Hey there, savvy homebuyers and real estate enthusiasts. Today we're diving deep into a topic that's gaining traction among smart investors: buying multifamily properties with low down payments. If you're looking to maximize your return on investment, you'll want to stick around for this one. And don't forget, if you want to take a deep dive into this topic, click on the link in the description to read the full article. Let's get started. The first thing I want to talk about is the power of multifamily properties. These properties are like duplexes, triplexes, or fourplexes, where several different families each have their own isolated portion of the property. And the power of buying multifamily homes increases considerably if you live in one of the units for at least 2 years after purchase. Why is that? Because this turns your loan from an investment property loan into an owner-occupied loan, which has huge advantages. And I say 2 years instead of just 1 year, because at the 2-year mark, then you start getting some tax advantages with your gains. There's also a big down payment advantage. So one of the biggest advantages with potentially doing this with a low down payment is with an FHA loan, you can buy a multifamily property with as little as 3.5% down. If you're using a conventional loan for an owner-occupied multifamily property though, the minimum down payment for a duplex is 15%, and for a triplex or fourplex, it's 25%. And for veterans, the VA loan for owner-occupied multifamily property requires no down payment at all. So it's just based on the county loan limits and your eligibility. Owner-occupying investment properties is a very good way to go about this. So living in one of the units for at least 2 years not only qualifies you for these lower down payment options, but that also opens up plenty of other benefits. For instance, you'll qualify under the current capital gains exemption if you sell the property. This means that you can gain up to $250,000 in profit from the sale of your property for a single person, or $500,000 in profit for a couple. But remember, always consult a tax professional to see how home ownership will affect your tax savings. This strategy can also work wonders for first-time buyers. Yes, investing in multifamily homes will require a higher initial cash reserve and down payment compared to a single family home, but the fact that they will likely have little to no ongoing monthly mortgage payment makes this a very attractive option. Plus, this can be a great stepping stone for someone looking to get started in real estate investment. Let's talk about the different requirements. If you're going to go for a conventional loan for an owner-occupied multi-unit property, here's what you need to know. For a 2-unit property, you need a 15% down payment. For a 3 to 4 unit property, you need a 25% down payment. Your credit score and reserve requirements will also vary. So for example, if you have 6 months of your principal, interest, taxes, and insurance on hand as reserves, you can buy a 2-unit multifamily home with a credit score as low as 660. And if you have 12 months of PITI on reserve, you can get it with a credit score as low as 640. So FHA and VA are different. So if you're considering an FHA loan for an owner-occupied multifamily property, the minimum down payment for a 2 to 4 unit property is just 3.5%. The reserve requirement's also lower, with 1 month PITI for 2 units and 3 months PITI for a 3 to 4 unit property. And for veterans, a VA loan for an owner-occupied multifamily property requires no down payment at all, just based off of county loan limits and your eligibility. Now, the reserve requirement is 6 months for PITI, and the debt to income ratio is a little bit more flexible based off of compensating factors like reserves and residual income. So let's talk about why this is such a sound investment strategy. When you actually calculate the potential monthly income from 3 rental units, assuming you own a fourplex that is, and live in one of the units, you can come close to or completely cover your total mortgage payment. So this includes principal, interest, mortgage insurance. If you're buying using a 3.5% down FHA loan, for example, being able to buy a $1.2 million 4-unit property that cash flows with very little down is a great opportunity not to be missed. Now, not every market has those. Definitely consult an expert to see what would fit for your specific situations. But I want to also cover some frequently asked questions here, okay? How much of a down payment is required for multifamily property? So if you don't plan on living in the units, a minimum of 20% down is usually required. However, if you plan to live in the unit, a down payment can be as low as 3.5% with an FHA loan, or even 0 with a VA loan. Another question I get asked all the time is, what is a mortgage on a multifamily property? A mortgage on a multifamily property will generally be the same as it would on a single family property for a loan of that size. But if you live in one of the units and have renters in the other units, their rent could possibly cover your entire mortgage payment. Another question I get asked a lot is, how do you buy multifamily homes? Again, the process is very similar to buying a traditional single family home, but you'll also want to check out the rental history and the condition of the property. You'll want to work with a mortgage lender who understands and frequently works with multi-unit properties, who can help you through the process of securing your loan and closing on the property. So there you have it, folks. Buying a multifamily property and living in one of the units can be a smart way to get your real estate investment strategy off to a positive start. It's a strategy that's gaining popularity, and for good reason. It allows you to leverage your investment, reduce your living expenses, and potentially build a significant real estate portfolio. Remember, the key is to understand your financing options, do your due diligence, and work with professionals who understand this unique market. If you want to learn more, don't forget to click the link in the description to read the full article. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more real estate tips and strategies. Remember, knowledge is power, and I'm here to help you arm yourself with it. See you in the next video.